Before the video starts, I would like to apologize for not uploading in the past 2 weeks. Why? Because exams. So sorry about that. Now, let's start the video. Hello everybody, Killer Winston here, and today I will be doing What If Deku Was Reborn as a Slime, part 33. So in the last part, I just basically covered the entire overhaul arc. Now continuing the story, after Overhaul was defeated and, well, literally disarmed by Shigaraki, he would have been transported to the prison. And back over with Deku, Bakugo, and Kirishima, they would have been walking back to the UA dorms. But whenever they arrived at the front gate, that was when the entire Class 1A would have been right in front of them. Them basically asking Bakugo, Deku, and Kirishima if they're alright, since the raid on Overhaul's base is on the news. And the reporters on the news kind of, well, recorded a video of Kirishima, Bakugo, and Deku walking out of the base while holding onto Tengai, Rampa, and Overhaul, with Bakugo holding onto Tengai, Kirishima holding onto Rampa, and Deku using Slime Prison on Overhaul, him kind of holding Overhaul in the air. Now, while Deku, Kirishima, and Bakugo are being surrounded by their classmates, Kaminari would have walked up asking, "Hey, Midoriya, do you have a minute?" "Yeah, sure, what is it?" "Can you train me as well?" Bakugo and Kirishima being surprised that Kaminari actually asked Deku to train him in front of the entire class. Kirishima saying, Kaminari, are you sure about that? Didn't me and Bakugo already warn you? Midoriya's training is like hell incarnate. Are you 100% sure that you want to train with Midoriya?" Kaminari saying, "Yes, I am. Even though you say that training with Midoriya is going to be like hell, you also say that if I want to get stronger, then I need to train with Deku. And since I want to catch up to the both of you, I want to get stronger. I want to be able to protect others like you do. So please, Midoriya, train me as well. Train me just like how you train both Kirishima and Bakugo. Please." With Kaminari bowing down 45 degrees, him basically begging Deku to train him. Deku saying, Kaminari, you didn't have to bow, you know? You just need to ask." But just as Deku said that, Ojiro, Sato, and Zero would have asked Deku the same thing, basically asking Deku to train them as well, which Deku is surprised by. Him saying, how about this? I was planning to train both Kirishima and Kachan this weekend, from 9 p.m. on Friday until 9 p.m. on Sunday. So if you would like to join us, then we can meet up at 8:30 in the afternoon on Friday at the living room of the dorms. And since Friday is the day after tomorrow, you will have about 1.5 days to think about it. Also, remember this invitation applies to every single one of you, and it is free to join. So it is your choice to accept or decline this invitation. As after Deku said that, he would have returned to his dorms, or up just his room. Now we'll just time skip to Friday night at 8:30 p.m. with Deku, Kirishima, and Bakugo walking out of their own dorm and onto the living room. Them seeing the entire Class 1A being present. Deku seeing everyone there would have thought, wait, seriously? Everyone joined? That is a lot more than I expected. Oh well, I guess the more the merrier. Him telling Kirishima and Bakugo to go downstairs and tell everyone that they will have to keep a secret. Bakugo asking, wait, Deku, are you saying that you're going to tell everyone about the other world? Deku saying, well, that was my intention from the very beginning, so yeah, I am. But what about their physical and psychological changes? Deku being confused as Bakugo would continue saying, you said that we can't train 24/7 at the other world because it would change us too much, both physically and psychologically. Yeah, and? And? You're taking the entire class to the other world for 48 hours. About 6 months. And according to my own physical changes and mental changes in just a few days doing your training routine, they will change exponentially both physically and psychologically. Deku saying, don't worry Kachan, I'll change their training routine to what suits them the best, and also lower the difficulty a bit. But both you and Kirishima's training will be the same. Uh, fine. Bakugo thinking, what did I do to deserve this? As inside Bakugo's mind, he would have heard, because last time I checked, you slacked off. So this is your punishment. Bakugo surprised. He would have immediately turned around saying, Deku, would you please stop reading my mind? What? Of course not. It's fun. Uh, you've got to be. At least give me some private space, Deku. Come on. Fine, fine. As Bakugo and Kirishima would have walked down to the first floor and tell everyone that if they want to join the training, they would have to keep a secret. And while they're doing that, Deku would have walked over to the teacher's room. Him basically trying to find All Might. And whenever Deku found All Might, he would have asked All Might if he would like to join them to the other world, which All Might would be a bit confused by. Him asking Deku what does he mean by them. Deku using thought communication, he would have basically shown All Might what is going on. Him also telling All Might that since All Might now currently does not have a quirk, he would have to find ways to protect himself. And in those 6 months in the other world, Deku thinks that he can at least teach All Might a bit of martial arts and also how to control magic. Yes, you heard me right. Magic. All Might being interested in learning magic, he would have accepted Deku's invitation. Now Deku would have opened a portal straight back to the living room of the dorms, with him and All Might walking through. them being on the stairs as they would have walked down the stairs. Everyone seeing All Might with Deku, they would have been a bit confused. Them asking Deku why All Might is there, to which Deku would have told everyone that since they're leaving campus for like 2 days, it would be better to have a teacher with them, which is why he called All Might. Or well, invited All Might. And yes, I forgot to mention this, but before Deku and All Might went through the portal, they would have told Aizawa that they are going to go train with the entire class for 2 days straight, without returning to the dorms. Aizawa being a bit suspicious. Now, just as Deku was about to open a portal to the other world, that was when everyone would have heard a voice, with that voice saying, Midoriya, I would also like to join this so-called training of yours. Everyone immediately looking back at direction and seeing Aizawa. Everyone being a bit confused as Deku would have thought, Mr. Aizawa? Why is he here? Deku saying, Oh, Mr. Aizawa, what brings you here? Like I said, Midoriya, I would like to join this so-called training of yours. But, are you sure about that? Yes. As your class teacher, I have the responsibility of taking care of every single one of your classmates. So that is why I am here, to ensure your safety in this so-called training of yours. Deku thinking, well, he is right. And I guess one more for the ride can't hurt that much. Him saying, okay then, let's go. Aizawa saying, Midoriya, before we do go, I have a bit of questions I would like to ask. Uh, sure, what is it, Mr. Aizawa? First of all, where is the place we are going for training? Sorry, it's hard to say. Second, since we are going for 2 days, do you have a place for us to sleep in? Yes, I do. Really? And where would that be? It's hard to... I'll tell you when we get there. Those are not answers to my questions, Midoriya. Are you hiding things from us? Technically, yes. Well, unless you tell me what is going on, then you, all of you, will not go on this quote-unquote training of yours. Uh, damn it. As Deku would have reached out his hand and opened a portal to the other world. Everyone being surprised and shocked by Midoriya's powers, as Deku would have continued saying, Mr. Aizawa, with all due respect, I just don't think this is a safe place for me to say this. Really? And why is that? Because of the cameras. Even though this is a blind spot, it can still hear our conversation. And I don't want everyone in the school to find out about this. So please trust me. I will tell you everything when we get there. You better keep your word, Midoriya. Yes, sir, I will. With Aizawa walking through the portal. After Aizawa went through the portal, Deku would have said, Well, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Bakugo, Kirishima, and All Might also walking through the portal. Everyone seeing that Bakugo, Kirishima, and All Might just naturally walked through the portal, they would have followed them, with Deku being the last to go through the portal. And when he arrived, he would have closed the portal. Him seeing that everyone is just looking around, since they are kind of on a cliff. Deku thinking, wait, where are we again? Oh yeah, the cliff on the other side of my temple. Oh well, I guess we can go to my town then. Wait, should I go to the town? Since I do have a lot of people with me, even though Kachan and Kirishima have their identifications, the rest don't. So, crap. As whenever Deku was thinking about that, Aizawa would have walked up to Deku and asked for an explanation. Deku saying, oh yeah, about that. Him walking over to the edge of the cliff and saying, welcome to the other world. Everyone being confused, saying, other world? Kaminari asking, so are you saying that this is not our world? Yes, you're right. No, that's not possible. Stop joking around, Midoriya. Just tell us where we are. Uh, I'm not joking, Kaminari. Look around you. Do you really think that this is Japan? Aizawa saying, alright, that's enough of that. Midoriya, explanation. Now. Yes sir. As Deku would have used fog communication. Him showing everyone how he, well, basically got reborn as a slime. Also showing everyone how he got his powers. Other than those two things, he didn't show them anything else, meaning that everyone will not know about Deku being Phantom, Be'lakor being a demon from this world, and also Veldora? Wait, no, everyone do know a bit about Veldora, but they won't know about the whole story, since Deku did leave out a lot of things. Let's say he only showed them about 50% of what he can do. Now, after showing everyone about what Deku can do and how he basically got reborn as a slime, everyone would be, of course, surprised about all of those things, with the exception being Bakugo, Kirishima, and maybe All Might. Deku saying, well, that is about everything you need to know about how I got my powers. So take some time to digest what you just learned. And when you're done, I'll tell you the basics of this world. Everyone taking a minute to at least try and understand what they just went through. Or well, saw. Now, after everyone basically digests the information they just got, Deku would have told them about the basics of this world, not using fog communication. Him basically telling everyone that in this world there is magic, and also skills and unique skills. Deku again, after giving everyone some information, he would have gave everyone some time to digest the information they just learned. And while they are quote unquote digesting, Deku would have told both Bakugo and Kirishima to look after the entire group, or well, the class, plus Aizawa and All Might, with Deku giving both Bakugo and Kirishima a magic bracelet. You know, the bracelet that allows both Kirishima and Bakugo to use magic. Him also giving both of them like 20 magic batteries each to charge up that magic bracelet, or just spare batteries. As Deku would have turned around, but before Deku can leave, Kirishima would have asked Deku where he's going, to which Deku just tells them that he is going to go basically make identifications for everyone. Kirishima saying, "Oh, how? Don't we need to be there to make our identifications?" "Well, you do, but I'm just bringing that item here, since if all of us went into the town, then it is going to be a bit suspicious, so that's why I'm going in alone." "Oh, okay then. But before you go, can you give me my wind gauntlet?" "Oh yeah, forgot about that." Deku creating a wind gauntlet and giving it to Kirishima. Deku asking Bakugo saying, "You do have your wind gauntlet, right?" "Yes, I do." With Bakugo's custom wind gauntlet appearing on his arm, or his hand. Deku saying, "Good. Well, I'll be going now, so protect everyone when I'm gone, okay?" Roger that. As Deku would have left for the town. But instead of just walking through the gate like a normal person, he would have just opened a portal straight into Kaido's blacksmith. Him walking through it, as Kaido would have been surprised seeing that Deku is back into this world. Him saying, "Ah, Lord Rimuru, I see you've returned. How have you been?" I'm fine, Kaido. Thanks for asking." "So, Lord Rimuru, what brings you here today?" "Well, today I came here to learn about how to create identifications." "Oh, really? Why's that?" To be honest, it's because I brought more of my friends from my world into this world. So now I need to make identifications for all of them. And since there are about 20 of them, I thought that if I told all of them to come over here to get their identifications, then it's going to be both troublesome and a bit suspicious since there are 20 people here. "Well, you're right, it would be a bit troublesome." "Alright then, this way, Lord Rimuru." Kaido basically brings Deku to a place where he can learn to make identifications, with Kaido just walking Deku through the process of making a identification. Now, after 5 minutes, Deku would have learned to do all of those steps and create an identification. Kaido saying, "Ah, your learning speed never ceases to amaze me, Lord Rimuru." Really?" "Yes, of course." Thank you. Well, I gotta go now because my entire class is waiting for me." "Sure, no problem." Uh, Thanks again, and sorry for the intrusion." As Deku would have walked out of the shop and just create a portal to go back to his classmates. But before Deku can go through that portal, that was when Deku would have felt someone looking straight at him. Deku immediately looking around and, well, finding no one looking at him. As Deku would have used ultrasonic wave, him scanning the entire area and trying to find anyone suspicious. Him finding no one. Deku being a bit confused, thinking, Was that my imagination? No, I felt someone looking at me. It is real, isn't it? But then, why can't I find anyone on my ultrasonic wave? I mean, I did find people around me, but I can't find anyone suspicious or just looking at me. Weird." Deku, after thinking about that, he would have just walked through the portal and go back to his friends. As inside a house and behind a wall, a a hooded figure would have said, so he's back. No matter, a little slime can't do anything to our plan. As another figure would have appeared from the shadows, the hooded figure turning around and saying, proceed with the plan as discussed. Right after the hooded figure said that, both this hooded figure and the figure that just came out of the shadow would have disappeared. And that will be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. That'll be amazing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!